I was 14 weeks pregnant when I found out my fiance had a second phone life I knew nothing about. We had been together for 3 years, and he had already proposed to me. I really believed we were building a future together. Not a perfect future maybe, but a real one. A home, a marriage, a baby, the whole thing. When I found out I was pregnant around 2 or 3 months ago, I thought this was it. This was the moment our lives were becoming something bigger than just the two of us. He knew that. He knew I was carrying our child. My boyfriend has always been restless. He's the kind of person who can never sit still. He stays up late, goes out all the time, comes home at random hours. That had always been part of who he was. And for a long time, I told myself it was normal. I didn't want to be the paranoid girlfriend. I didn't want to create problems where there weren't any. So when he went out late and came home even later, I usually didn't overthink it. But about 2 weeks ago, something started to feel off. I noticed he was turning off his Snap map. He would disappear for hours and take forever to call or text me back. Sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 4. I tried to brush it off, but something in me had started paying attention. Then, 2 days ago, I saw a TikTok comment where girls were warning other girls about men having second phones. And I swear, the moment I read that, I got this horrible feeling in my stomach. It was like my body knew something before my mind was willing to admit it. Right before I was supposed to leave for work, I went into his car and checked his phone. That was the moment everything changed. I found messages with 3 different girls. It wasn't pages and pages of texts, but there was enough. Conversations from that day going back about a week. What stood out to me wasn't just that he was talking to them. It was the way he was talking to them. They were mentioning wanting to see him again. He was sending hearts. He seemed way more interested than they were. That was what made my chest tighten. I took photos of everything and saved their numbers. Then I completely fell apart. I started crying, shaking, and spiraling so badly that I had to call in sick to work because I was having the biggest anxiety attack of my life. I couldn't even think straight. All I knew was that I needed to get out. I started packing a bag to go to my dad's place, and that's when he woke up and saw me. He immediately started questioning me, asking what I was doing. I told him exactly what I found, and I told him I was leaving. And then, somehow, he came up with an explanation almost instantly. Too instantly. He had a story for everything. Every message, every girl, every detail. He said it all in this fast, smooth way that almost made me pause. And I did pause. I stopped packing for a moment and sat down while he explained himself. But the whole time, I still had that sick feeling in my stomach. That feeling never left. So I reached out to 2 of the girls whose numbers I had saved. They replied almost immediately. And that was when the truth started coming out. They told me he hadn't been sexual with them, but that honestly didn't make me feel much better, because what he had done was still so deliberate. He had been going out of his way for them, picking them up, driving them home, buying them energy drinks, snacks, meals, holding their hands. One of them even told me he had tried to kiss her. And the worst part? He never told them he had a girlfriend. He never told them I existed. They told me they had known him for over a month, while I was pregnant with his baby. Then they told me something even more insane. He had added them through a fake Snapchat account, a burner account, different username, different SIM card, a completely separate setup designed so I wouldn't find it. He had even blocked me on that account so I would never see it. They sent me screenshots, loads of them. At that point, I knew he had lied straight to my face while I was standing there trying to believe him. So I left. I got in my car, drove to my dad's house, and cried the whole way there. I stayed there through the night, trying to process what had happened, trying to understand how the man I was supposed to marry, the father of my child, had gone to such extreme lengths to hide this from me. This wasn't one bad decision. This wasn't some drunken mistake. This was planned. That's what keeps hurting the most. A burner account, a different SIM card, blocking me so I wouldn't find out, talking to multiple girls, picking them up, spending money on them, trying to kiss them, and then lying to me without even blinking. That takes effort. That takes intention. Since I left, he's been calling and texting me non-stop. He keeps saying he's sorry. He keeps saying, let's be a family. He says, please come home. He says, I love you. He even told me he would literally marry me tomorrow, if that's what it takes to get me to come back. But all I can think is this: why would marriage suddenly make me trust him now? If anything, that just makes me feel more manipulated. Now I'm stuck in this awful place where I honestly don't know what to do. My parents think I should at least try to work it out for the baby's sake, as long as there are immediate changes, and he completely changes how he lives. And part of me understands that. I always imagined my child growing up with two parents under the same roof. I wanted that. I still want that. But I'm terrified, not just hurt. Terrified. Because this wasn't careless, this was calculated. And if someone is capable of putting that much effort into deceiving you while you're pregnant, how do you ever believe they won't do it again? That's the part I can't get past. I'm also scared because I'm not in the strongest financial position right now. I've been extremely nauseous during this pregnancy, and I only have a 30% weekly position at work. So this isn't just an emotional decision, it's a practical one too. And that makes everything even harder. I feel trapped between what I hoped my future would look like and what he has now shown me he is capable of. I wanted a family, but I don't want a family built on lies. So now I'm sitting here asking myself the question I never thought I'd have to ask. Do I try to rebuild this for the sake of our baby, or do I walk away now before this becomes the rest of my life? And honestly, if you were 14 weeks pregnant and discovered your fiancé had been living a secret second life behind your back, would you try to forgive him? Or would you leave for good?